a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember, I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember. When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember, I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember. When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember, I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember. When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember. mind work backwards just for a minute, I hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you left my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember, I remember you, you left my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember. When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you left my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember.
G'day Roosters, how we going everybody? Good to see you, Steve. Glad you got on. Q. Q's got a fire going. And I guess you're doing plenty of firewood because you're looks like you're on it most nights enjoying that. Always love a fire. Anyway, Mancave sessions for May. Welcome to the Mancave sessions. Bit of a somber start to this month, unfortunately. As you might know, Shane Richardson passed away recently following a crash at a British Superbike round at Oulton Park. It was an 11-bike pile-up. Also claimed the life of another rider and left several others with serious injuries. So a huge loss for New Zealand road racing community. Yeah, and for all of us, of course, that follow and ride with the same sort of passion. So anyway, thoughts with Shane's whānau and everybody who knew him. We're going. So yeah, Shane, and unfortunately another young rider was killed in that accident. Not so good. Anyway, moving on. MotoGP. Talk about Marc Marquez being in on form. Le Mans, of course, was wet, and they all came in on the warm-up lap. Almost all of them changed tyres and switched back to wet. So Marc Marquez back proper, all right. Looking pretty good, looked pretty smooth. So anyway, he ended up second, and I think he's learning his lesson. Don't push it. Don't win at all costs. Win or crash. Managed to control himself and came in second, but of course he got all those important points. So There were quite a few crashes, but what about old Zarco, eh? Win in front of the home crowd. First Frenchman ever to win Le Mans in the last 70 years. So pretty emotional time there. I think he shed a few tears. Rumor has it, I'll be finally watching a MotoGP trackside later this year. Watch the space. Last time I watched a MotoGP, well, it wasn't called MotoGP then. It was the 500cc era. It was 1988 in Malaysia. I saw Randy Mamola and Wayne Rainey. And that was the Lucky Strike team. I think Lucky Strike Yamaha. And of course they cleaned up a meeting there. It wasn't a proper formal GP, but that was at Johor, southern Malaysia. And that circuit was brand new then. And I checked the other day, and it's basically abandoned now. A bit of a shame. Yes. Yes, I see the other young chap killed was, they just recently, Obsession Engineering, which has a big YouTube channel, road racing YouTube channel, and that they basically was in their team, and they were interviewing before or during the practice sessions. A bit tragic. And yes, of course, old Martin Aprilia, that he wants to get out of his contract, 2-year contract. He wants to leave obviously at the end of this year. I don't think he'll be doing much riding this year, but who would want, I don't know. I love the guy he rides, but he's got a massive ego, and he's typical Spaniard, pretty fiery, and but yeah, I don't know. I think he's pretty arrogant, this old Jorge Martin. Spike's here. That's old Aaron up in Nelson. Good. Thanks for tuning up, mate. Thanks for tuning up. 87, I was home, mate. So it was definitely 88 when I went back. And I actually helped out do some scrutineering at that circuit. That's all that happened, really. It wasn't a good time for me then. I should never have gone back over, to be honest, but there you go. That's true. He's got probably the prettiest one, I reckon. Better than some of those other ones. Got a pretty hot girlfriend, old Jorge Martin. Well, he's Spanish, so plenty of hot ones over there. I should know, I guess. That's another story. Anyway, yeah. Jorge Martin, I wonder where he'll go. Honda might probably grab him now, because none of the Ducati teams will want him back, I imagine. Maybe he'll go to Honda. What do you guys reckon? Is that right, Aaron? The Maria Herrera. I see old keep forgetting our girl. We've got two girls racing over there, and one of them, I think she got 6th, which is a pretty good effort. So can't remember her name. Come to me afterwards, but anyway. Actually, I was up at Christchurch last weekend at a race meeting there. It was a Bears round 1 of a Bears racing series, and there was a girl there, and she was flying. I don't know what she was on. I think she might have been on one of those freaking Triumph triples, but she was, watch this space with that girl. She's going to end up racing internationally. Unreal. Very good rider. Avis Gillespie, Avgas. At the team. Yeah. What call you reckon, mate? What call, Steve? Yeah, I don't watch the I don't get up in the middle of the night to watch them. And you can only watch them live on TV3 Plus. But you can't, if you don't watch it live, that's it, they're gone. So I normally watch the highlights if it's some crazy hour, right? That's right. That's Avalon. Thanks, Spike. That's Avalon Biddle. It's the girl that's racing at the moment in Europe. There's two of them, two girls, obviously. But she's the one that got sixth, which was a real good placing. She's been the New Zealand F1 champion one year. She's right. I've seen her race down here, and yeah. Well, must be pretty damn good. She beat everybody, so showing the boys how to do it. That's bloody great. Yeah, well, the Bears one Q is I think it's 3 or 4 rounds. I can't remember. 3 or 4 rounds. I think I'm not sure whether it's Ruapuna levels. I'll keep you posted. It was pretty. I enjoyed it. It was a good. Not so many classics now. There's too many modern bikes, and so there's very few. Well, I guess they've got cams racing for the classic stuff. What's the V-Strom, Steve? Yeah, I got rid of Sky years ago too. I never used it. Anyway, what else has been happening? That's MotoGP. Yeah, so I might be hitting you up, Steve, for some good oil on. So I'm going to a MotoGP this year, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to, but it could end up an Australian one. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I think last month I mentioned briefly that I'd done a midweek trip with Dylan around the lakes. The video was out of that one. Not many people watched it. I don't know why. I thought the thumbnail looked pretty good. It was pretty interesting, but maybe people aren't interested in moto camping so much these days. Although looking at Q's channel, I would beg to differ. Yeah. So that video's out, and that's probably the last. Well, it is the last camping trip I'm going to do until it warms up. Dylan's actually out camping with his family at the moment, just out of his car. Did a overnight trip to Akaroa with some other guys, mostly Harleys and mostly flat out. It was a pretty quick trip, but I was on the 749, so no problem there. Of course, and of course they've raised the speed limit back up to 100, up to Little River. When just before you hit the pub, down to 70 k's. Then around the corner from the pub, you're down to 50 k's, I believe, if I remember rightly. So, anyway, stopped in that pub. Fantastic pub. It's all been renovated. Done a beautiful job of that. Could have stayed there if we weren't going to carry on. But anyway. Yeah, we've had a few cool mornings, Spike. But yeah, they haven't started gridding yet. So, I've done a few little, like 2-hour bursts just around here by myself or with other people. Yeah. Met up with a youngish guy that's just about to pick up his first Ducati, actually. So he's been another one that wants to go and ride with the boys. Yeah, so what you reckon, Q? Go viral. Get hypothermia. Well, Spike and I have spent plenty of nights shivering in foxholes and under hutchies and things, but kind of, getting a bit old for that now. I don't know. Yeah, it has changed. Spike, look, they didn't raise it over the hill. Over the hill's still 60 k's, but let's face it, it's probably more than enough. It's pretty windy all the way up. So, but yeah, from Tai Tap to Little River back to 100 k's, and we didn't see a cop there at all, which was lucky because, yeah, it was, like I say, it was a pretty quick trip for us to Little River. We cut through the short way from Rakaya. We went through Leaston, stopped at a beautiful pub there, fantastic pub called the Crate and Barrel, and a bit of a destination pub, to be fair. And then we went through Coast Ford and popped out at MotoGp racecourse and then carried on. So we cut out the whole of when to go into Christchurch. Yeah, that's true. If it ain't raining, you ain't training. Yeah, I'll let you know, Steve, about Australia. But it's looking more than 50% likely that me and Spike, you might as well come over, Spike. Let's go and do the Aussie GP. It's the last week of October, 23rd to the 27th or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if it's I agree, Q, you just get caught behind traffic and you're just plodding at 60. My bike was getting pretty warm, actually, to be honest. Going over both sides. Water cooled, of course, so, I was up in the 90s, just idling behind all the rest of the traffic. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, and so speaking of those moto camping trips, watched Q's latest video when they came back up the Hacker Pass, and stopped and did some drone footage and that, which looked really, really great. Yeah, looked really good. Really enjoyed that. As Q will know, the when you want to use a drone, everyone has to stop, and most of the guys I ride with aren't interested in stopping for the drone, so I don't get a lot of footage of us riding. But Kyle, who comes on here every now and again, Kyle's got a fantastic Diavel, all pimped out. He's got a drone too, and I said, well, let's get together with both drones, and we'll take turns of videoing each other. So I'm going to do that next week. So we'll have some decent drone footage next week of the bikes running. Phillip Island, Spike, that's correct. Not far from Steve's place, Melbourne. And you're coming over in July, Steve. I guess you're going to Auckland only, is that right? Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering whether I could do it on the multi. I think I could do it on the multi with road tyres. I've done it in vehicles heaps of times, but it hasn't been a while. I just remember there's one or two little Fords that are a bit lumpy, that's all. Going to Bannockburn with the Patriots first week of December. So those that don't know, Patriots is an or serving and ex-servicemen's people's motorbike club. They do stuff around, they do rides and runs. A lot of them are sort of Harley types, I think, but I don't know. I've never really been on any of their runs. So is that their annual one there, Spike? Unless you go down the coast, you'll be going past my place. So you'll have to stop in. It'll be your first stop. Long way from Nelson in one day, mate. Break it up and stay here. So yeah. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah. Anyway, what else been happening? Oh, that's right. So I upgraded my camera on my helmet camera. So now, of course, I've got a spare GoPro 11. It's all set up for moto blogging. It's got the mic adapter. It's got the cage. It fits right there. It's got the microphone thing. It's got all the stuff. Spare batteries and what else I got? Fast charger and even some extra mounts and a floater handle if you're near water. That camera's in awesome condition. It's always been used in the cage. So yeah, anybody's interested, just hit me up, PM me or something like that, and I'll even help the buyer, whoever buys, I'll even help them set up the mic and all that, show them how it all goes. It's GoPro 11. Yeah. Alrighty. Something else I found really interesting. I don't know if anybody else saw this. Spike, you might have, because you seem to be online most of the day as well. The helicopter one on my profile. It's on my Facebook profile. I put that in for Anzac celebration. Aaron and I used to be in the military together in another life, and we were up in Southeast Asia and Singapore and Malaysia. So that was there was Iroquois then, and that was a photo of Iroquois. I wasn't flying it, okay. Nor was Aaron. Anyway, okay, down the coast, back via my place. Right, that's a good spot. All right, you can, yeah, welcome to stay here, mate. It'd be good. In fact, depending how it is, I might shoot you down and meet you halfway or something. Come back a different way. Anyway, so what else have I got to show you? Oh, has anybody seen this thing called a Volanaut? Okay, anybody know what it is? Okay, well, Volanaut enters the chat. There you go. What the hell's that? You might say. And I think it's real and not a Photoshop because it's got a proper website. So this thing's called a Volanaut. Yeah. It's like an air bike rather than these ones where you're sitting them in them. Say the straddlers and ride like that. They're trying to say it's a superbike that flies. Yeah, I don't know. It's basically flying a motorbike, but it looks like it's real. I don't know. Looks a bit like a Star Wars speeder type thing, hovering on a hill or something. Anyway, yeah, I'm not selling Ducati yet, but I reckon it's only a matter of time. We'll see what happens with these things. But I suspect a few people have got to be badly injured before they get it perfect. Don't know where you put the parachute on those things, but anyway, maybe you reckon this is the way of the future? You reckon this is the way everything's going to go? You reckon our grandkids are going to be on these things? I don't know. Yeah. Yes. Well, I think like most Western societies, we've cut back on spending because our social spending has been so massive and just gets bigger and bigger every year as people get, for whatever reason, more dependent on the government, which means more tax and less for defence. So, yeah, I don't know. Rumour has it, Q, that thing flies. It's got a little jet unit in it, and it's all done by rather than fans, like drone blades. It's like more like a like those vertical takeoff and landing vehicles, the jet thing. Anyway, yeah, I like public transport. I love trains. Love trains and trams, and of course, Steve's lives just on the edge of Melbourne there, and I was in Melbourne last year for a few days, and just love just being wherever you are. Just jump on a train or a tram, and you miss one, doesn't matter. The next one's coming in another 5 minutes. So, yeah. But I don't know. You think these things will be all over the place? I suspect Red Bull will clutch them up, and it'll be that one of those extreme sport type things. I don't think it's going to become, mainstream transport at all. I certainly wouldn't be trusting the first generation of them anyway. Take a while. Jury's out. Yeah, no, I went with my family, Steve, but it was was it last year or the year before? It was a couple of years back. No, it was before we started doing the live streams. Yeah, so it would have been a couple of years ago, sorry. Yeah, I bet, mate. It's all mind the gap. Yeah. Well, that's a pretty big gap. So Aaron and I, again in another life, we went and did London together. We flew Aeroflot when it was really Aeroflot. That's a freaking video in itself. How many hours to Moscow? Anyway, Isle of Man is coming up in the next few weeks. This is very exciting. I'm really looking forward to that. William, which one of the, I can't even remember now. Well, Dunlop, he's on a Ducati this time around, and I'm keen to see him take the all-time record for the most wins. I think he's only got one to go in any class, and he'll beat the all-time record for the most wins. Of course, Peter Hickman will be racing as well, and they've already done the Northwest 200 last weekend, and Hickman wasn't too happy. There was some inconsistent judging on or steward's calls there. He reckons he won't be back there again. But Mitch Rees from New Zealand, of course, son of Tony Rees. He's over there. He did the Northwest 200. I didn't see where he came, but he's on the list for the Isle of Man as well. So there we go. We've got a Kiwi racing the Isle of Man this year. That's for sure. There you go. Christmas 85. Yeah, I knew it was Christmas time. That's when we went to London by Aeroflot. It was in a Soviet plane. It was those real skinny ones with all the engines at the back. You went to the toilet on the plane, and there was some sort of aftershavey perfumes, and it was cucumber perfume. I mean, there was not a single pretty good looking air hostess or whatever you call them. They were all massive, and I'll never forget when we hopped off the plane and the gate opened. We walked into the air bridge, and there was the most beautiful looking girl standing with one of those big hats on because it was the middle of winter. Took me a while to work out why all the women on the plane were so solid. It was so they could handle all the drunks when the guys get all drunk, because of course alcoholism's quite high over there, so everybody drinks a lot over there, so they need the big girls to control the freaking louts. So yeah, anyway, the Ducati motocross bike, I don't know what's going to happen this season, because I know they won the Italian championship with it, and they're gonna contest the world championship this year. So see what's happening with the Ducati motocross bike. Well, I know they're very expensive. Did I see somebody that were like 24 grand or 28 grand if you wanted one? I don't remember the champagne in Moscow, but I remember the breakfast and that little old lady in the canteen, and we've got black bread and boiled eggs. I'm not sure if he's competing in the AMA or else the European World ones. Maybe both. I don't know. I know they're definitely competing one. I think you're right, Steve. I think AMA. I think I did see a rider and a bit of a promo thing with that. Yeah, 16k. Yeah, so probably 18k here. Maybe that's what it was. Anyway. Oh. Yeah, I saw that Triumph, Aaron. I seen that Triumph. Where do I see it? I think I sent it down at McIver and Veach, which is the Dunedin Triumph dealership in Dunedin, and yeah, it looked pretty good. I was down actually, they do Beamers as well, and the latest GS was there, and it would have been just about as wide as a car. It was a massive bike. Yeah, it was a massive bike, and I just thought, why? Eh? Everyone's going to, if you know, adventure bike people, everyone's going to those medium-sized bikes, you know. Guzzy's selling those freaking those Teddy 850s like crazy. I got a mate who's got one, and Yamaha's the 700s, and everyone's getting away from those big bikes. But that Beamer was massive. It just looked. Who knows how much it weighed? I just thought it's kind of appealing to maybe a Goldwing rider that wants to go off road. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I know that one talking about Spike, I think. Yeah, full motocross bike. Yeah, I did see something about a baby GS coming out. I guess that'll remember the what was that one called, the Funjuro, which was the 650 that had a single Rotax engine in it. My mate had one, but this is 450. I wonder what engine that is. Anyway, I see Royal Enfield produced 1 million bikes. Was it 1 million bikes? A million bikes last year, or 1 million bikes in the last 2 years? Some insane amount of bikes. So they're in no danger. KTM, haven't heard anything from KTM. I think they're in big trouble. Like more, I don't think they'll survive because they only had 90 days to refinance, and they had problems all the way through. How that frickin' that chairman that's been there forever, how he didn't end up in jail, I do not know. That's it, the V85 TT. Yeah, I got a mate with one. Q, you might know. Probably bumped into him. He went to the Catley Rapid. Mike Brown from Timaru. Karate Kids on TV. The movie. Did you watch the Cobra Kai? The series was pretty good. Yeah, I think, agreed. KTM will be gone, mate. CF Motor will buy the intellectual property and start making them in why is it out of focus? And start making them in China. So there you go. Another fellow popping up the Crown Range, popping wheelies. Yeah, it's true. 1 billion customers in India. Oh, yeah, okay. Steve's loving the V-Strom. Well, there's a guy here that does all our Ride Forever courses. An instructor, he takes them, and he's got just a V-Strom 650. Done 300,000 Ks on it. It's his daily runner, obviously, and he uses it for all his, when he does his courses, and that over 300,000 Ks he's done on that bike. Yeah, that's the problem. See, the bear's in focus. Yeah, my neighbour wanted to buy a Royal Enfield, and I said no. First bike, I convinced her to get the Speed 400, the Triumph 400. She was like, "Oh no, these Royal Enfields are really good." Like, Well, if you buy it, you ain't riding with me. I can tell you that. So. Yeah. Yeah, well, you'll be happy, Aaron. It's the girl's first bike. Well, first bike after having scooters and that. And she's only a small girl. She's short, so gone for the the Triumph 400. Yeah, KTM, mate. Gone. I see that they're trying to sell old models for $3,000 off, but problem is, what's your after sales support going to be like? Going to be pretty rough. Zero. What's unfair, mate? I missed that. About the about the infield not letting it ride with us. Well, in saying that, the Triumph 400, it's a single. It's made in India, so it's probably made under license by them. Probably Royal Enfield factory anyway. But yeah, I took it out for a quick burn actually, because she was a bit shaky about riding it. About doing some lessons first. So threw her on the back and took her out, and that sits at 115 with two up, no problem. You wouldn't want to go too much faster. I think she's starting to vibrate as you get near 120, but it's only a single. I told her that. That's right, true. Oh no, nothing's wrong with the Royal Enfield, mate, but I don't know. It's they've kind of taken on a. You might better explain it too. I've actually like Harley owners group and all that. There's like a infield riders, and they don't. I don't know. They don't seem to mix. There's a couple of guys that got them in town here, and I've given them, invited them to the group and all that. They never come on the rides or anything. So I don't know. I thought it was maybe they're just a bit. Oh. Anyway, um, the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. Well, I think it's the same date World Ride, isn't it? Steve, you guys got the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride this weekend for men's, I guess, prostate cancer or something. I'm not doing it, Q, because I'm still training to be a Motorcycling NZ steward, and there's Cams has a race on it at Rapuna this weekend, so I've got to go to that. Well, I don't have to go, but I'm going to get experience. So Cams is classic action motorcycle sports. Cams is kind of like, not sure the difference, but we have Cams and we've got the New Zealand Classic Register, and they're separate entities. Yeah, on the South Island, Cams is really strong, and I think the North Island, it's the other way. The other one's really. Yeah, actually, I quite like that twin they've got. What's that twin called, Steve? I saw one the other day. Got for a coffee somewhere, and this one rocked up, and it looked freaking cool. Yeah, come on, Q. You saw a Dusty Visor hoodie last week. Was that going through Geraldine? You went through Geraldine on the video. I always look at the garden outside the pub where the bikes park. I always look and see if I see your Grizzo there. Mike was there today. I went past today, and Mike was there with his with his V85 TT. Trying to think who in. We're doing another merch order too, by the way. So I know Steve's got all his hoodie and t-shirts lined up, but doing another merch order of t-shirts and hoodies probably next week. So if anybody needs one, just shoot me a message. Theatre Royale Michael Jackson show. Was it a big guy? Can you remember? Who was a big tall guy, grey hair and glasses? If it was, that was Richard. Oh yeah. Right on. Oh, I see what you're saying. You like the scrambler version, Steve, of those Triumphs. Yeah, we'll see. She's got the little 400. Dylan, the guy in the video, of course, I'm sure most of you guys have probably seen the video. That's the 900. Beautiful sort of modern Bonnie type. And then another guy ride with Jeff. He's got the 1200 Scrambler, which is also an inline twin. And that thing goes like frickin', and I wouldn't believe. It's amazing, actually. Incredible bike. So, start paying attention now when I see those Triumphs. See those motors? Anyway, what else? Let me just go get another beer. Anybody else need to top up? Getting close to run out of things to say anyway. I like those cartoon figures you use, Q. Those those cartoon things you did. You could probably make it around one of those and turn one of those into a logo. I think they would look really good. Okay, Spike, stay in touch, mate. See you next month. Thanks for dropping in. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for supporting the channel. Righto, team. Looks like everyone's bailing. Leave me to it. No, not really. So that's it for this month then. Few highs. Quite a bit of riding. And a real low, actually, unfortunately, a week ago. So, but anyway, thanks for dropping in, guys. As always, supporting the channel. I've got a few videos in the pipeline. Yeah. Maybe one day, Q, if you want to, we can get out somewhere together and we can get some focus on getting good drone footage or something, maybe at the gorge or something. It's always good to be able to do that with somebody that knows how to fly a drone, of course. Anyway, I'm back up to Rupuna, Christchurch next week. No, tomorrow actually, to help with the racing. Cheers, Steve. Good to see you, mate. Ride safe, everyone. Look after your mates. I'll see you on the road. Catch you next month.